Hi, I'm David Fritts. I've been using Lew's products since before most of you were even born. I've been using them all my life, and I have grown accustomed to Lew's, and I always found that Lew's is the best product you can buy. It don't matter what you're matched up against. It's always as good a stuff as you can buy. And I'm really excited about some new product that Lew's has. And I've had a cranking rod pretty much since 1989, and I never thought we could ever make the rod any better. And Lynn Reeves and some of the guys at Lew's, we have made it better. We've made it easier to hold and easier on your arm, and that means a lot to me, and it probably means a lot to everybody. You haven't got the trigger that matches in between your fingers, and it's just so much ease in casting, so much ease in holding it, and the trigger fits behind your hand, and there's no fatigue. You don't grip it as hard, and I think that's a big plus when it comes to crankbait fishing. We have these in different sizes available, and I'll start with the 6.6, which is a medium rod. It's a rod that you want to use with those small crankbaits all the way up to a medium-sized crankbait, and it's also the 6.5 is a good choice if you're throwing at targets. And we're going to step up to the 7, and we have two models available in the 7-foot. We have a 7-foot medium, and we have a 7-foot medium heavy, which is probably the ultimate rod for all-around fishing. The 7-foot medium is going to be a rod to throw your medium-sized crankbaits on, maybe some little bit smaller stuff, and maybe a little bit bigger stuff, maybe up to a ½ ounce, not over 3/4 of an ounce, because then it starts getting just a little bit too soft. So a good choice, a good rod for rattle traps, lipless crankbaits, a good rod for actually fishing a spinnerbait with. And there again, in 7-foot length, so you can target your bait pretty good, and it's long enough to get long casts. The medium heavy is, I think, the ultimate rod. It's always been the best seller because you can use anything from like a DT6, a number 5 Strike King, all the way up to a big crankbait, a DD22. So it covers a wide range of crankbaits, and it will throw these things a long way. And it's easy to handle. It doesn't wear you out. All the rods are extremely lightweight. They're still 90% glass. We added a little bit of graphite in the butt to cover the great big crankbaits if you'd want to throw something a 6XD, even the 7.5 foot with a 10XD. So the 7.5 is a big crankbait rod for big fish and long cast. And I know most of you probably got to lose BB1 on that rod, and the problem is you got to wind it in. That's what I tell everybody. The problem is when you throw that thing, you got to sit there and wind, because it will throw forever. But if you're into throwing big crankbaits out deep, the 7.5 is the ultimate rod. No question about it.